Hello everyone, LRon here with parts 2 of my Harder Than r/gonewild. You know, that doesn't roll right in my tongue. Oh yeah, by the way, that thing was a cop, so that butterfly knife was doomed to fail. I'm not sure why I even tried. Um, Back to what I was saying. That didn't really roll off the tongue very well. I've got a feeling I'm going to come up with another pet name for when I open my videos. I might call it OT8 2.0 or something like that. I'll, I'll give that a shot and maybe try to come up with some more things in the course of voiceovering this particular video and see how I feel when it comes time to voiceovering the following video. Speaking of the following video, my general plan at this point is to record an entire day. Um, so I've got Monday fully recorded at this point. And then I'll do my usual Postal to OT8 style editing where I cut out all the deaths. Except for deaths that have entertainment value or some form of strategic significance that the living take didn't accomplish. Um, and so then after all that's cutting, I then go and record the voiceovers. So you'll probably notice at some point, and if you've watched the OTA guide, you've already heard this, but because I am cutting out the deaths and all that kind of stuff, I don't speak while playing. I instead voice over after the fact, so my memory is imperfect, so I will sometimes not necessarily remember every minute detail, and so I kind of um, do these voiceovers announcer style where I generally know what should happen and will sound surprised when what should happen doesn't happen. Um, so fair warning about that. Um, I did that in the OT8 guide a lot. I would say how I thought something was going to happen, and then 10 seconds later be stood corrected, and it's like I stand corrected. So I am probably gonna do that considerable amount. So what happened there was I knew this guy was going to be a triggered spawn when you go to get the health pipe. So I did not bother doing it earlier because there's no point when I was full health, and B, I needed the health at that point, so it was a good thing I did save it. And knowing that that guy's there and knowing kind of where to shoot certainly helps. I think in one of the 4 or 5 um, uh, times where I died in that particular area, uh, it involved him taking several cheap shots at me. He didn't kill me outright, but he made it easier for others later on because I did some other careless stuff. And so here I'm considering the merits of butterfly knifing a bunch of stuff, but that one little fat guy was kind of not being a team player. He was looking in my direction. So we're going to go back to our strategy of hiding behind a corner with a machine gun and um, leading out the aim to where we expect him to be kind of by the time he'd turn or stop or something. So basically, um, accounting for the fact that my dementia, or at least precursor stages that's going to lead to dementia, prevent me from hitting him the instant that a pixel would show across the corner. My reaction time is just too slow for that, so I just go for a calculated safe area. Although in that particular case I knew he was creeping, so I went against the convention. And so they didn't hear me, so I decided to go over this way and try to butterfly this guy, but he was looking, so I go hide here and wait for him to come through the door. That didn't work out if I remember correctly. I end up like kicking the door in a few times, and maybe eventually he'll poke his arms out, and I'll shoot the arms and whatnot. I believe that's what happened in this take. Yeah, but this doesn't kill him. I forget if he loses interest and I eventually butterfly him, or if he pops back out again, or if I get bold and just storm in. All three of those seem equally probable at this point. So I guess we'll need to see which happens. I guess while we're waiting, in case people missed the memo from the epilogue of the OTA guide, we should keep doggy treats because they're worth a hit point, so that's how we can store health. I kept that as a big secret during the course of the OTA guide and saved that for people who were willing to watch the epilogue after the fact. That's kind of just a reward. And then there was also the ulterior motive of making my life easier if I was doing the house calls, because the epilogue of the OT8 guide was basically a offer to help. Because I could use the console commands to simulate any situation possible, basically force myself to be on the day and the zone, and what weapons and items I had available at my disposal. So I could basically emulate whatever bad position a given viewer may be in when they're attempting their version of the run, and I was eager to help out anyone who was looking for assistance in that front. Nobody took me up on that offer as of yet, but I was always expecting the worst, like someone being trapped in the in Toys in the Hood with 1 hit point and no catnip, looking for a way out with the crotchy doll without having to load back to a previous save.
That stuff really works.
And yeah, I was dreading that potential possibility, but I was kind of mentally preparing myself for needing to do something outrageous like that.
That's the
And
stuff.
also, if they've been collecting doggy treats, I could just munch on all of those and give myself a slightly easier time with that situation. Although that particular case would not have helped too much, given the fact that I got shredded even with full health over there. Although at the time I didn't know about Pixel Pistol. Looks like I'm running out of time for this video, so I will see you next video. Good luck, have fun.